Did Marilyn Monroe's lovers hold dark secrets that Hollywood never wanted you to know? Some of the men in her life were more than just fleeting flings. Many carried their mysteries and scandals that have remained hidden for decades. Marilyn Monroe, one of the most iconic stars of all time, was surrounded by a web of powerful men who left their marks on her life. But what really happened behind the scenes with these famous lovers? From high-profile affairs to unexpected betrayals, the stories of Marilyn's relationships are just as dramatic as her on-screen roles. In this video, we'll dive into the top 10 dark secrets of Marilyn Monroe's lovers, secrets that Hollywood would rather keep buried. You won't believe what we're about to reveal. Number 1. John F. Kennedy, the affair that might have changed history. Marilyn Monroe's rumored affair with President John F. Kennedy has long been a source of speculation, but the real story might be even darker than most people think. Many believe that their relationship wasn't just a brief fling. It could have had far-reaching political consequences. The affair, which reportedly began in the early 1960s, was said to have been kept secret from the public, but rumors about it quickly spread throughout Hollywood and Washington. Some claim their connection went beyond just physical attraction. Monroe, a woman known for her beauty and vulnerability, may have been caught up in a dangerous game of politics that she didn't fully understand. Some insiders believe JFK used her as a pawn to protect his image or distract from political scandals. What's even more chilling is the theory that Monroe's tragic death in 1962 may have been tied to this affair. Did JFK's enemies, fearing the truth about their relationship coming out, play a role in her death to silence her? The mystery around this affair has never been fully solved, and the dark questions about Marilyn's life and death remain. Number 2. Bobby Kennedy, the dangerous triangle. While most people are familiar with Marilyn Monroe's rumored affair with President John F. Kennedy, fewer know that she also had a relationship with his younger brother, Bobby Kennedy. This affair, which reportedly happened after Marilyn's fling with John, added another layer to an already complicated and dangerous situation. What many don't realize is that Bobby's relationship with Marilyn may have been part of a much bigger political and personal web. Bobby Kennedy, a married man and one of the most powerful figures in the country, was reportedly drawn to Marilyn's beauty and vulnerability. But some insiders have suggested that this affair wasn't just about love. It could have been a way for Bobby to manipulate the situation for his gain. Was their connection just a reckless romance, or was it a cover for deeper political schemes? Some even believe the affair was linked to mafia connections, with dangerous people pulling strings behind the scenes. What's most shocking is that Marilyn, already struggling with her personal life and mental health, may have found herself trapped in a situation she didn't fully understand. Number 3. Joe DiMaggio, the controlling ex-husband. Joe DiMaggio, one of the most iconic baseball players of all time, was Marilyn Monroe's second husband. Their brief marriage, which lasted only 9 months, left a deep mark on both of their lives. While the public saw the glamorous pairing of a sports legend and a Hollywood star, the reality behind their relationship was far darker. DiMaggio's possessiveness over Monroe became infamous, and many believed it was his jealousy that caused the rift in their marriage. His obsessive control over Monroe's life, from her career to her friendships, raised questions about his true feelings for her. What led Joe DiMaggio to become so possessive? Did he love Marilyn? Or was his jealousy simply a manifestation of his need for control over a woman who was growing more independent by the day? As Marilyn's career skyrocketed and her fame continued to grow, DiMaggio's inability to cope with her popularity seemed to fuel his controlling nature. Some even suggest that he sabotaged Marilyn's happiness, both during their marriage and long after. Was DiMaggio's need to possess her a way of holding on to a life that he couldn't control in any other way? Number 4. Arthur Miller, the intellectual marriage that ended in tragedy. Marilyn Monroe's third husband, playwright Arthur Miller, was a man of intellect, a sharp contrast to the glamorous but troubled movie star. Their marriage seemed to promise a union of both beauty and brains, but in reality it was filled with hidden struggles. Marilyn, already battling her inner demons, found herself torn between being seen as a sex symbol and her desire to be taken seriously as an intellectual. Miller, despite his success and fame, couldn't always support her in the way she needed. His emotional distance and inability to fully understand her struggles contributed to their eventual separation. Did Arthur Miller ever truly understand Marilyn? Or was their relationship simply a clash of egos? Monroe, despite her glamorous image, was deeply insecure about her identity and place in the world. Her hopes of being respected for her acting ability and intellectual pursuits often clashed with the expectations placed on her by Hollywood. Meanwhile, Miller's emotional detachment and pressure for her to be someone she didn't ultimately drove a wedge between them. Their marriage was doomed from the start due to the overwhelming challenges of navigating two very different worlds. Number 5. James Dougherty, the first husband who shaped her future. Before Marilyn Monroe became the glamorous star the world adored, she was Norma Jean Dougherty, a young girl with dreams of something greater. Her first marriage to James Dougherty, a much older, more traditional man, may not have lasted long, but it left a lasting imprint on her future. Their marriage lasted only 4 years, from 1942 to 1946, but it played a pivotal role in shaping the woman she would later become. James, a police officer, was reportedly someone who tried to push Marilyn into a more conventional lifestyle, which may have been part of the reason for their eventual separation. But what influence did James truly have on her transformation into the Hollywood icon we remember today? Some believe that James, despite being a somewhat controlling figure, was the one who pushed Marilyn toward the idea of fame and success, possibly encouraging her to pursue acting. On the other hand, others argue that James may have been one of the first people to exploit her beauty and potential for personal gain, setting the tone for the relationships that followed. Did James's traditional views and control hold Marilyn back from becoming the woman she truly wanted to be? Number 6. Cass Paley, the secret relationship. One of Marilyn Monroe's lesser-known lovers was Cass Paley, a Hollywood photographer who reportedly shared a brief yet intense relationship with the star. What makes this affair so intriguing is the fact that very little is known about it. There are almost no photos or records documenting their time together, which has led many to believe that Marilyn kept this relationship hidden for reasons that remain unclear. Why would Marilyn choose to keep this relationship secret, especially considering the public nature of her other affairs? Was Cass Paley just another fleeting lover, or was there something unique about their connection? Some believe that their relationship may have been one of the few moments in Marilyn's life where she felt truly loved and understood, without the pressure of her fame or the weight of Hollywood politics. Marilyn, known for her vulnerability and her struggles with trust, may have found solace in Cass in ways she never did with other men. What did Cass know about Marilyn that others didn't? Could he have been one of the few people who saw her as more than just a movie star? Number 7. Frank Sinatra, the affair that almost ruined a career. Frank Sinatra, the legendary crooner, and Marilyn Monroe shared a passionate and turbulent relationship that became one of the most talked-about love affairs in Hollywood history. Sinatra, already a figure of controversy, was reportedly deeply in love with Marilyn, but their affair was complicated from the start. As their romance gained public attention, both stars faced intense scrutiny, and the stakes were high. Sinatra, at the height of his fame, had a lot to lose. His career, already filled with scandals and rumors, began to suffer as the media focused on his relationship with the troubled Marilyn. Monroe, on the other hand, was already in the midst of a series of public and personal crises, and this affair only added to the pressure she faced. Some claim that Sinatra's feelings for Marilyn were genuine, while others believe he used their relationship for his benefit, attempting to protect his image while simultaneously getting closer to one of the most famous women in the world. Was Sinatra's affair with Marilyn a sincere love story, or was it a strategic move by a powerful man to further his agenda? The answer remains a mystery, but one thing is clear: their romance caused both stars immense personal and professional turmoil. Number 8. Sam Shaw, the photographer who saw it all. Sam Shaw, one of Hollywood's most renowned photographers, is closely associated with some of Marilyn Monroe's most iconic images, but Shaw's relationship with Marilyn went beyond just the professional lens. While their affair was never as publicized as her other relationships, it was rumored that Shaw and Monroe shared a personal and emotional bond that few people knew about. Shaw was known for capturing candid moments of his subjects, and with Marilyn, he was able to portray her in a way that revealed her vulnerability. Their connection seemed to go deeper than photography. Shaw saw the real Marilyn, the woman behind the glamorous image. Unlike many of her lovers, Shaw was one of the few who respected her need for privacy and showed an understanding of the woman who, despite her fame, often struggled with loneliness and self-doubt. Some believe Shaw was one of the few who truly understood Marilyn's complexities and the burden of her stardom. What makes their bond even more intriguing is the fact that Shaw never tried to exploit their relationship or use it for public gain, which was unusual for someone in his position. Number 9. Peter Lawford, the friend who became a lover. Peter Lawford, the suave and charming member of the Rat Pack, shared a complicated and mysterious relationship with Marilyn Monroe. Lawford, who was married to Patricia Kennedy, the sister of John F. Kennedy's wife, found himself entangled with Marilyn during a time when her name was linked to the Kennedy family. Rumors suggest their affair was more than just physical attraction. Lawford was seen as someone who could offer Marilyn emotional support, a confidant who saw her vulnerabilities in ways others didn't. While Marilyn's relationships with the Kennedy brothers have been highly publicized, Lawford's involvement is often overshadowed. Did Marilyn trust him as a friend, or did his connection to the Kennedy family give him a chance to exploit her emotions? Some believe that Lawford used his closeness to Marilyn to further his career and influence in Hollywood, while others claim he was one of the few who genuinely cared for her. Their relationship is a mystery, with many questioning if it was just a convenient affair or something deeper. Did Lawford betray Marilyn for personal gain, or did he truly understand her loneliness? The story of their love, or lack thereof, continues to be one of the most controversial and enigmatic aspects of Monroe's life. Number 10. Robert Slatzer, the husband who was never recognized. Robert Slatzer, a name seldom mentioned in the lore of Marilyn Monroe, added a layer of mystery to her love life when he claimed they had secretly been married. Slatzer, who was reportedly one of Marilyn's lovers, insisted that their relationship went far beyond a brief affair. According to Slatzer, he and Marilyn wed in a private ceremony, but the marriage was kept hidden from the public eye. His story was never fully recognized, and many dismiss his claims as an attempt to seek attention. But could there be truth to his allegations? Why would Marilyn keep such a significant relationship a secret, especially one that could have had a major impact on her public image? Slatzer's account suggests that their bond was built on trust, and he might have been one of the few men Marilyn confided in without fear of exploitation. But why was their relationship kept in the shadows? Marilyn Monroe's love life was filled with mystery, secrets, and tangled relationships that have left us wondering what went on behind closed doors. From powerful figures like JFK to hidden marriages and secret lovers, the truth may never be fully revealed. But one thing's for sure, her life was far more complex than the public ever knew. What do you think? Were these relationships genuine, or were they just another way for powerful men to control her story? If you're fascinated by the untold stories of Hollywood legends, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for more shocking revelations about the stars you thought you knew. You won't want to miss what's coming next.